Alrighty, we're playing Nova Drift. No idea what I'm gonna do for the thumbnail. We'll see. Story time. Gonna be the story of my persuasive speech for my public speaking class. So I have my public speaking class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, right? The story I will start off at the end of spring break, which I have no idea how long ago it was anymore. So timeline's a little iffy. Don't remember fully. It's fine. Let's get temporal, target enemies, race. Okay, anyways. So, public speaking. First week back, so my teacher, right? He's noticed that I like to talk back, right? As people may describe, I may be slightly sassy. I guess would be the right way to describe how I act. At least to teachers. And I like to talk back, and I'm kind of nervous when I'm speaking in front of the class and stuff. And my teacher has taken notice to this. Which minor issue. So now he's calling me in front of the class more often and stuff, and he's making me go present first. Usually, not usually, but like he's kind of like, yeah, you get the point. You get the point. So first week, you gotta think of a thesis statement. How do I do my thesis statement? So I'm supposed to think of the thesis statement slash topic of my speech. I'm like, I don't really know what to do. Like I have like a fewish ideas, and I eventually settle on GMOs. And I think my thesis statement so it's like the thesis statement is like, I'm gonna talk to you about this first, this, second, this, third, this. That's for like the body paragraphs. I'm also supposed to think of the body paragraphs. So body paragraphs. I'm not entirely certain. I'm like, I guess like misinformation, how they're made, their potential, and I think those are the body paragraphs I decide to do. I'm not fully confident, and I'm thinking of these. The teacher's like, do you have any ideas? And like, no. And he's like, well, you're gonna present first, so you better think quickly. I'm like, oh god, there's no way he's serious. There's absolutely no way. He was serious. He makes me go first. So I go ahead, and he's like, are you done? And I'm like, no. It's like, okay, 2 more minutes. I'm like, oh god, panic. And eventually that ends, and I have to go. I'm like, you sure you got everything? I'm like, yeah, I guess. And I present. And now the problem with going first in his class is he likes to ask a bunch of questions. He's like, why do we care? Related to the audience. Do this, do that. And like, he offers advice, and like, he offers some pretty good advice, right? He's like, you should relate to your audience by referencing food prices. I'm like, that's a pretty good idea, actually. So I forget to do that. Minor issue. Forget to do that. Oh well. Future me problem. Forget to write that down. But it's fine. That's the ending of the intro. That's completed. Next week we do conclusion. So I'm having to figure out the conclusion. He doesn't make me go first this time. I'm not entirely sure what I decide on. I feel confident in my conclusion, but then when I present, he then asks me questions, and then he makes me like feel dumb. And I'm like, no. He's making me like answer things. Instant shell with bomblets. So like, it's fine. So he asked me questions and such, yada yada. Complete them, quote unquote. Give me some advice and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, no, I like that advice. And this time I do remember to put it in my speech. So next week we work on the body paragraphs. We don't do it in class. This time we do it. This time we talk about we do a practice persuasive essay. Like we do why I don't know, a practice persuasive essay on like what's better, Christmas or Halloween, and the majority of classmates pick Christmas, which I do too. I also go last, so like my speech, like everyone else does similar points. So like my speech, my entire thing was like pointless. it's like very generic since everyone else did it. Blah blah blah. But yeah, so only like 2 people do Halloween out of like 12 classmates. But anyways, that's besides the point. Next week we do body. No. So I was supposed to do my body paragraphs, and I do my body paragraphs for the most part, right? So like I do it late, so I don't really have enough time to think about it. It's more like a draft than like me actually being confident. I did not like my body paragraphs in the slightest. But anyways, so I did my body paragraphs, I turned it in, and now we're supposed to practice with our classmates, right? I'm hoping to get any classmate except a specific person. If you want to guess who I got, that specific person I didn't want as my practice person, because he's not gonna offer any advice. I know that for a fact. He's gonna slack off the entire time, or as long as he can. He's gonna be on his phone, and that's what he does. It's what he does the entire time. He didn't do anything, or like he does do things. I shouldn't be so mean, but like I present, he doesn't offer me advice. Like I ask for advice, he doesn't really give me any, which is fine, I guess. I wish he did. I really needed help or more confidence in that, or like advice and such. We'll get minefield though. But oh well. That's not a me problem for now, I guess. End of the week. This is the last week before we have to present. Dude. End of the week. I wanted to practice. I put out a message to all my classmates as saying that if you want to practice your speech, I am free this weekend. And to message me on this phone number. I even downloaded WhatsApp. I downloaded WhatsApp just so I can message him. Like, I'm like, you can also add me on WhatsApp, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people use WhatsApp. The entire week, no one messages me. Like, I was hoping someone would message me, and then I was like, oh, I'll just work on my body paragraph then. Or like, I want advice on how to structure it for my classmates. No one messages me. Another one of my classmates was like, oh, if you ever need help, you can message me, right? And I was gonna message them, except for the fact I didn't remember the name. So I'm like, okay, plan B, ask everyone. So I ask everyone, right? And no one adds me. And I'm just like, no. What do I do? It's so awkward. I don't want to remember. Anyways, time passes. It's Monday. It's time to present. Issue is, didn't complete my body paragraph, or at least I didn't make it too much better. Minor issue, right? It's Monday night, because I slept the entire day. And I mean the entire day. I slept like 14 hours. It's already 7. And I start working on my body paragraph, right? I'm like, oh, it's only gonna take like 2-3ish hours, and then I can practice. Then I can practice my body paragraph, right? This guy's gonna do something crazy. I remember. I need to not die, because I keep dying to this guy. Eek. Am I fine? Kill me my drones. Sorry, I'm gonna have to focus real quick because I don't want to die. Not again. Kill him real quick. Alright. Anyways. So. Kind of procrastinate. A lot. Like a lot. I procrastinate a ton. And eventually it's already 6 a.m. Class starts at 8:30. I have to get ready by 8. I have to like leave by 8, so I have to get ready by like 7:45. So yeah, that's an issue. Can confirm. A pretty big issue, honestly. Yeah, I speedrun as quickly as possible. I was hoping to get like advice from my friends, right? I was in a call with them and I was hoping to get some advice. They don't offer it. No one gives me the advice I'm looking for. I'm looking for like very like helpful advice, but like anyways, almost like to that, but it's fine. I'm like really hoping for advice, but no one really gives me any advice or how to like improve it or anything. Well. So, um, like I'm kind of fricked. I finished by like 7, right? 7 like 20 or something. Like that's when I get the thing to, like, I wouldn't say perfection, but that's where I got my speech to a point where like I actually liked it, and I was happy with it. Sure, there was some improvements I could have made. Also didn't have enough time, so I have to put references, and I didn't have enough time to put too much references. Minor issue, future me problem. We will not question it. Um, but oh well. It's only like I lose 1 point per reference I miss, and I think I missed like 2 or 3. I just couldn't find enough in time, I don't think. But anyways, I practice my speech, and I have an hour to practice. Is it going fine? Not particularly, because I read the full speech. I practice it without looking at it as much. Second thing I do is I practice, what do I practice? I create like a little reference sheet to then practice a little better, and then I start decreasing the information in the reference speech, and I do one final practice. It's already 7:30. Here's an issue. I am only allowed to bring a reference sheet, a small index card 4 by 5 inches. That is all I'm allowed to have, and I need to write it down. So I write it down. I try to write it down as quickly as possible. I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. Give me a second. All I have time for is to like write my references. I write really slowly too, and yeah, I finished by 8. That's an issue, a pretty big issue, as you could probably tell. Yes. So I leave for school, and the entire time I'm thinking, oh, I'm fricked, I'm so fricked, I'm incredibly fricked, oh god, panic. That's essentially what I've said to myself for like a while. Wingman, advanced engineering, sure. So, enter class. My teacher writes on little pieces of paper the numbers, and he makes us pick randomly. I got the number 3. I am the third to present. Kind of scary. I think I'm fine though. Little scary. I'll be fine, maybe. So the entire time while I'm listening to other people's speeches, I'm like going over and over in my head how to do my speech. Over and over. Like the thing is, it's hard for me to think while other people are talking. Like I don't practice very well, at least in my head. There's a lot of things going on the screen. And we're fine. So, I have to think, do my speech, yada yada. So, eventually it's my turn. The issue with what I do is that I go immediately after the person who I consider to do the best speeches. Like by far the best speeches. Do my speech. I'm up there, I'm panicking like a frick ton. Panicking. Pure panic is left in me. But anyways, start up. I do my intro perfectly because I practice my intro a decent amount. Do this, yada yada yada. Let me see if I can remember. Good morning, something, I don't know. Like we all kind of like weirdly enough start with saying good morning. To my intro. Did you know 51% of Americans believe that GMOs are worse for your health, even though countless studies have said otherwise and such like that, and the statistic only continues to grow. No, I start off with like food prices continue to rise. But what if I told you there was a way to reduce food prices? Not only that, make agriculture better for the environment and make food more nutritious and yada yada yada. I said more things. Then I give the statistic, but due to misinformation, GMOs are often vilified as unnatural or dangerous. And then I give a statistic, blah blah blah. Anyways, I get through that just fine. I start with the body paragraphs. First one, I do alright. I forget a single sentence, I believe, but I do alright. Could have been slightly better. Oh well, that's a future me issue. Not a future me issue, it's a past me issue because I already forgot. I guess, is my moral of that. So everything's fine. Next paragraph. It is talking about what was my first one again? My first paragraph was about the potential of GMOs for agriculture. That goes alright. The second one, I start making mistakes because I didn't practice as well. I didn't practice the second and third main points as well. But I survived. Third point, examples of it being used. Right? I start off by saying, I give the example of golden rice. That goes alright. Second example, papayas. Third example, I forget the country. I forget the country of the example. It was Bangladesh, but I forget. And it's so awkward. And it's like, oh God, I forgot. And I end up saying papayas constantly instead of whatever it was. And I was like, I said out loud, why do I keep thinking of papayas? It is not papayas. It is the eggplant. But I kept thinking papayas. Like, oh, the papaya. I was like, why was I thinking papayas? I said it out loud. Everyone laughs, by the way. So, like, it doesn't feel as bad. I'm like, why do I keep thinking papayas? I say it out loud. And it's like, oh God, panic. I progress to more and more panic. Because it's like, dude, I start panicking, dude. I start panicking. I'm like, frick. Keep talking about papayas. Why am I talking about papayas? I continue on to my speech. What do I go on to? I go to my conclusion. My conclusion, I actually do perfect. I want to say, not perfect, but I did it the best out of everything, and I am so happy. I did my conclusion. I sit down. The thing is, like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to sit down, so like I give a thumbs up and ask if I can sit as like a question if I sit down to my teacher. Anyways, I sit down. Oh, also before the speech started, one of my classmates was like giving me a thumbs up, like, you got this. And I'm shaking my head at them like, no, I do not got this. And I'm like, you got this. They're like giving me thumbs up and like saying yes, like shaking their head yes. Like, no. Anyways, I sit down. I freaking lived. I look at my grade after class. What I get is a 93. I did the best out of everyone. I got the highest grade out of the starting people, like the first few. I think I might have gotten slightly worse than one of my classmates, but like I consider them to be by far the best public speaker, or best at the class in terms of speaking. Freaking lived. After class, I talked to one of my classmates, and they're like, you did amazing. And I'm like, there's no way there's absolutely no way I did amazing. Like, you did great. And then they're like, oh, when I got home, I noticed on Monday about your message. And it's like, I was already feeling like tired, so I didn't add you, but I'll add you today or something like that. For like when we have to practice in the future and stuff. And I'm like, yippee, I made a classmate. I made a friend. They still haven't messaged me. They didn't message me. Which, that's a shame. They're like, I'll email it to you or something, my number, and they haven't done that. But it's like, oh wow. Next day, this is like Thursday. This was this Thursday, by the way. The last time my classmates do their speech, one of them talks about, the classmate, the classmate I had my partner with. He does his speech. The thing is, he's doing like what I like give him advice to change his speech from why you should get an ad blocker to why privacy matters. Why you should care about internet privacy. Like, oh, the internet providers like take your data and stuff. He lies. The entire thing is filled with like misinformation, and like it upsets me greatly. But like he's not gonna get in trouble simply because no one knows like the true facts. It's just a me issue. Only I'm affected. This one always me, but like no one else really cares. So I guess his speech is fine. Am I dead? I think I'm fine, but barely. Oh yeah. I survive. And what else? There was one more thing I wanted to say. yeah, he did a speech. I like talked to him after school. It's like it annoyed me because he kept saying things that weren't true. Some of his references were simply like Brave Browser 2025. He's like, you should get Brave Browser, and it's like Brave Browser doesn't track your info, and then he's like references Brave Browser, and I'm like, okay, I guess that works as a reference. Anyways, did I win? I think I won. That's the end of my thing. I think I finished my entire story just in time to complete the thing. Is my commentary the best? Probably not. Is it a me problem? It's a you guys problem, not a me problem though. So, you watched this far, congrats. Subscribe if you haven't. Yeah, that's Nova Drift. It's also $15 on Steam if you really want it, I guess.